to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment?
Roll call.
Oh, sorry. Last
Little?
time I did that backwards.
Here.
Go ahead.
Mr. Nagy?
Here.
Mr. Villalobos?
Present.
Mr. Caper? He's supposed to be online, he's absent. Mr. Stick?
Here.
Mr. Grushka?
Present.
Mr. Brittenham is absent. Mr. Mager?
Here.
Mr. Austin is absent. Mr. Carnahan?
Here.
Mr. Becker?
Here.
Ms. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Eldridge is absent. Ms. Hyduk is present.
Okay, thank you. Now I'll do public comment. Public comment once. Public comment twice. Public comment 3 times. Okay, I'll move on. Approval of the minutes for January 22nd, 2026, regular meeting.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Shirley Caper is online.
Look at that. My vertigo is kicking in. Oh, there it is.
Motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Roll call vote,
Who
please.
made the motion
I did.
and then Larry seconded?
Yep. Ms. Little?
Yes.
Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Abstain.
Mr. Stick?
Yes. Phipps report.
Good evening.
This is for January. We had 12 hours in details, 5 hours in training, 15 hours in miscellaneous administration, and 30 hours total, and we had 2 details. And I'd like to report Malachi is now cleared for patrolling, and I've also, he is now in charge of our vehicles, the upkeep.
Great.
Okay?
As always, thanks for what all you guys do.
Okay, thank you.
Greatly appreciated. Police Department, communications.
We really had none. We did get a letter that was sent to the town manager just thanking us for some of the work we did in Summer Winds with the stop sign placement and some of the enforcement for the e-bikes and some of the dirt bikes that were kind of going around when they had the road blocked off there. They were hitting on the sidewalk and going around it. We just got a thank you letter for that. It was just very nice.
Okay, great.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
I was informed that we had to vote for officers at this meeting tonight because there was lack of a quorum last meeting. What's the point on that? What's going on with that?
That was turned over to the town council.
Okay, let's ask the town council.
There was a quorum at the meeting,
Okay,
and then the vote 2-1 is a quorum of of who's in attendance.
okay.
The question is do you need a quorum of your board, or do you need a quorum of who's attended the meeting? Today I spent some time in the town hall, and that I could not find the answer to it. When I looked up Robert's Rules of Order online, because that's what you do follow, it says the majority of the people in attendance. So 2 would be the majority of 3.
So we're satisfied with that?
Well, that's up to you guys, yeah.
As long as the town council is.
So I turned it over
I'm just
to
telling
the
you what I
town
looked
council.
up. I'm not a lawyer, I'm just what I looked up. I could not find, like in BZA, you have to have 4, Plan Commission, you have to have 4, even though 7 members. So if 4 people only show up to the meeting, all 4 have to vote for it. Same thing with BZA, but I could not find that with Park Board, Stormwater, Safety Board. I couldn't find that wordage anywhere.
So we're satisfied then that the officers as elected last meeting are legitimate and we can proceed? Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm okay with it. If they're telling us that it's okay, I'm good with it.
Great. Number 4, finances.
Purchase order report and expenditure report is in the iPad, or it's listed. Some of the training we're looking at, this blue to gold. We're looking at doing some case law updates this year. Still exploring that. It's an average cost. It's about $2,300 is what I was quoted from this group. I'm still reviewing it, each section, just to see if it is something worth that amount to purchase, and see if it'll be beneficial for our officers. I like that idea, though, that we're reviewing case law instead of just legal updates every year. And this would be your consent searches, your building searches, your stop and frisk. We would be updating officers on that.
Would this be and to
In
Lexipol,
addition.
in addition to Lexipol?
In addition to that, and our mandated legal update training. This is just something totally different. I think it's a nice addition to our training. But I'm still looking at it. I want to make sure it's worth the money. Also, we received, for grants, we received $2,500 from the MAC for our K-9 grant. That's a nice boost for us. We also submitted an application for the Crown Point Community Foundation grant to purchase traffic cones, so we're hoping to hear from that. It's not a matching grant, nor is it a reimbursement. It's just flat out, we'll get it and then make the purchase for cones. And then also in April, we'll be applying for the Safe Coalition grant. We'll be applying for that in April, and that'll help with overtime for K-9 for call-outs and training.
Okay, great.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Last meeting, John, Chief, you had mentioned that you were going to stay and you were going to go back to using the grant policy that you've already got. Now, is this a town grant policy, or is this just for the police department, or?
This was one that reflected it, if I'm correct, right? It's very similar to it.
Yeah, we actually lack actual policy concerning grants. But in our policy, we had a position for grant writer and a description of that grant writer. And that kind of led that person along the way of what to do, meaning work with the clerk treasurer, that kind of thing. So right now, we're waiting for the council to approve one that was drafted for the whole town to follow, and we're going to implement that into our electrical policies when that's done. But that's kind of what we're doing now, is following kind of the draft of that. In other words, when it's just money that's not matching our reimbursement, why not, kind of thing.
So, in other words, if we are going to apply for a grant, we need to make sure that, with the clerk treasurer, that if we get the grant, the funds are there for us to participate.
Correct.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to number 5, staffing.
Well, we're going to begin a review of the applications to update and be posted for new hires. That was approved at the last meeting, and we're just getting started. We're redoing the application. We'll get it out there and then start getting them.
Okay.
Do we have any current vacancies?
No, but we may have some coming up. And we just want to make sure we have a list, so we're just not caught off guard, and then we're down, or we're short, and then we're just doing our application process, trying to catch up to that vacancy. This way we'll have it established, and we can just pick from there.
Very good, thank you.
Number 6, trainer report.
The training report's listed in the iPad. If you have any questions.
Any questions from the board?
Pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, number 7, equipment.
The electric vehicle, it's proceeding. We're still waiting to hear a few things on it. And, but everything's looking pretty good. So I think, hopefully the next meeting I'll have a little more information for you on it. Carl?
You were going, excuse me, you were going with the M3 or the,
The Tesla 3?
Yeah.
Model 3, yes.
okay, and that's the one that they just discontinued?
I don't
It came
think
out,
they did discontinue that.
yeah, it was
I
on the
think
news,
that's-
they could, maybe it's wrong, but
Hmm.
they said that,
I haven't heard that.
Anything else?
Just, on the, chief asked me to do update on squads. We're kind of in limbo on the new squads that were approved just because of financing and waiting for the state to come back with, you know, exactly what capital funds we're gonna get. We haven't gotten that money yet. So we're still, even though they were approved, we don't wanna spend money right away. So
Correct.
we're, just waiting to see where those numbers are at with the, capital money, capital fund. You know, we're still hoping to get at least 2 vehicles, on that bid. We might have to ask for an updated bid though, because it's getting kind of stale now. So we will most likely do that before we actually commit to any purchase. But we're hoping to keep that in the frying pan. Repairs on vehicles, nothing too crazy, a lot of warranty work we've been fortunate for, but if you looked at the expense report, there was a couple repairs. Nothing really too crazy, pretty common basic stuff. We've had some fuel injector problems, we had got those fixed. We've had a few cars down from water pump issues that are been covered under warranty, but one required a little more work. When the water pump went out, the engine overheated, so it required a little more work. I'm sure Larry knows exactly where that's headed. But other than that, our fleets were in good shape, still moving forward with the new vehicle purchases.
Okay, thank you. Number 8, monthly activity report.
Okay, for the month of January, we had 767 calls for service. We had 310 traffic stops. We had 294 warnings. Of all the traffic stops, we issued 99 citations. Law incident reports, we had 419. We had 30 arrests. And of those arrests, there were 33 charges with that. For ordinance violations, we had 27 warnings and 31 citations.
Any questions? Okay, thank you. Number 9, Lexipol policy update.
Okay. Okay, well, get ready. So, we had quite a bit we went over, and I'd like to thank Larry and Dave for taking time to come over and go through everything. What we can do, I mean, I can go through the policies we went over, and would you like to give me, I could give you the policy by the description of the subject matter, and then what was changed in it? Is that how you'd rather do it?
Mhm.
Okay. So the first one we did was the canine policy, and that's listed as policy 310. And what we changed in that, there was, probably one of the biggest things was if there's a handler injury, we added that. Just what to do in case there's an injury to our handler. Who takes the dog? That's what, we added that. We added a section about canine retirement. What do we do with the dog after it's ready to retire after it ages out. There was also some, like, what do we, for public demonstrations, who approves that? And we put in that that would be the chief, myself. And then, as far as if we should send the dog, that it would be the handler, that there should be a reasonable amount of time before they send the dog. And that would totally be based on the handler, the situation, and sometimes there may not even be time to do that, but we just put that in the policy. And we removed a 3-year minimum for the dog, or for the handler, that he has to be there for 3 years. Pretty much, if you're applying for this position, that's your position. You're going to be in that until the dog retires. And we just wanted to make sure we have that.
Chief, one question I meant to ask the other day. The rank, he can gain rank as he's the handler, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, the next one was policy number 332, and that was ADA compliance. Mostly this was a regulatory change. There was just some as far as compliance, just state changes on that. Chaplains, we just, that's policy 333. What we had changed on that, we just kind of tightened the language on prohibiting fleet vehicle usage. Like, we pretty much want them to use their own vehicles, and we would reimburse them through mileage. Having somebody use a police car that's not a police officer, we don't want that. Policy 341, this was pretty lengthy. This was our pursuit policy, and after reading this several times, there weren't a lot of changes in it. There was a lot of wording. Mostly it was CALEA had made some recommendations, and the policy was condensed. There were some definitions that were removed and some that just changed slightly, but for the most part it was just condensed. I went from 15 to 12 pages.
There were some parts of this pursuit policy that require supervisory approval now. Before it was not required, a pit maneuver, a ramming, or a boxing in roadblocks. So those are in there now, that the officers will have to obtain supervisory approval before they engage in those kind of tactics.
And that's pretty much industry standard. If you're going to pit, announce it on the air, then supervisors should jump in and approve it or deny it.
We also changed a substantial number of should to shall, so that there's no, it's not you should have done it, no, you shall do it.
Just tighten the language.
Tighten the language.
Policy 401 was bias-based policing. This was minor. There was, mostly it was updated for CALEA standards. A lot of wording was changed on that. Policy 407, there was crisis intervention incidents. This was updated on the diversion section, just for a policy reference. A lot of wording. Policy 408, emergency detention. Updated title, renamed from involuntary detentions to emergency detentions. Mostly it was terminology on this one. The content didn't change. Policy 424 was medical aid and response. This was an update for persons refusing EMS care, just updated to better align with state terminology and policy reference updates. Policies 430 and 431 dealt with our camera system, body-worn cameras and dash cams. We split the policy. Well, before it was one, now it's two separate policies. So that was really about it. Let's see. Policy 432 dealt with the homeless persons. This policy had been removed prior, and then we put it back in just because it was referenced in some of the other policies for like civil disputes, and we do deal with the homeless population here a little, but we thought we should still have policy for it, especially since it's referenced in others. So we put it in, or re-added it. Policy 710 dealt with facial recognition. We had Cliff Rowe, our IT guy, review it. He felt comfortable with it. We did as well. Facial recognition, mostly on our department, it's used in redaction, minor, but as far as in investigations, we usually outsource that. It would be like to the Real-Time Crime Center at the Sheriff's Department. They would use it, and HIDA, but we don't have it here. It's just if we send it out usually, and if we ever would have something, we have policy for it.
In the last 12 months, how many times have you relied on this? You sent it out?
Well, for redaction, we do use it, but as far as investigations, I want to say we sent it out twice since I've been here.
Okay, so it's not a big issue.
No. Policy 907, CJIS access, security, and maintenance. These were updated just because FBI made some modernization updates to the CJIS security policy. Just pretty much something we had to do. Policy 1000, temporary custody of adults. It was updated to individuals who should not be in temporary custody. That was really that's the only change that I had some wording in it as well. Temporary custody of juveniles, policy 1001, updated to juveniles who should not be held. There was some punctuation corrections, some name or some pronoun changes, but minor changes to it. Policy 1003, Policy 1003, transporting persons in custody. It just better aligned with state terminology and the other, just changing a few words here and there. It was minor, the content did not change. Policy 1102, special assignments and promotions. Here we added the grant coordinator / writer, evidence tech. These were just accidentally left out from a prior general order. We re-added those and added some definitions to the positions. That was all that was changed on that. Policy 1129, speech, expression, and social networking. There's a quality update, title changes to sections, purpose and scope updates, a lot of terminology. It was just outdated examples and privacy were corrected. But the content really did not change. That's all I have for the last full update.
Charlie, do you have any questions? Charlie,
No, sir.
do you have any questions?
No, I'm fine. Motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call vote?
Ms. Littles? Yes. Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Villalobos?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Stick?
Yes. Thank you very much.
And thank you.
For the police department, number 10, other, do we have any others? Okay.
Oh, we do. Do you want to take that, Carl?
Yeah, that's fine. So we talked a little bit in the last meeting about the safety seat inspection, that we're gonna have. Sarah was behind this with Franciscan Health. The fire department's gonna be involved. It's gonna be held there. So Friday, March 6th at 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the fire department, the new one right up here on the hill. We're gonna, in cooperation with Franciscan Health, we're gonna have the safety seat, event, it's called. There's a flyer that's out, it's posted on our social media, yeah, we hope we have a good turnout. It's a good thing. And there's a few things on there about it, but basically it's pertaining obviously to child seats, inspections, how to install them. There's opportunities if people are in need of a seat, that sort of thing, so. Yeah, so just want everybody to know about that, and hopefully we have a good turnout.
What was the date on that, Carl?
That is going to be, it's on a Friday, so it's March 6th,
Thank you.
from 3:30 to 5:30.
Thank you, that's a great service. Chief Martyr, Fire Department, number 11, Communications.
Good evening. No communications.
Number 12, Finances.
Purchase order and expenditure reports are within your packet. The POs for the month of January were $54,836.24. For the expenditure report, with 8% of the fiscal year complete, 12% of the budget utilized, it shall be noted. This is due to known expenses we'll have throughout the year. POs were created for those, account for that right out the gate.
Okay, Charlie, you got any questions?
No, I do not.
Okay, motion to accept the fire department's, report.
I'll make that.
Second?
I'll second it.
Who made the motion?
I did.
Larry and Barbara. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Littles? Yes. Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Villalobos?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Stick?
Yes. Thank you. Number 13, staffing.
Staff is healthy and safe. Hiring process update. The application process closed Friday, February 6th. We ended up with six applicants in total. We'll start the testing process and moving forward look to have that done potentially in the next 30 to 45 days for presentation to you guys.
Were any of those, are these all new people, or are these maybe people that are already employed somewhere else?
To my knowledge, no one is employed anywhere else full-time.
Okay.
Then additionally, the firefighter EMT replacement hire oath of office will be at the next council meeting with his start date of February 22nd.
Okay, number 15, equipment.
Can we back up to training report? Did we miss
Oops.
that?
Training.
Yeah, throwing me off on the list
I
here.
marked off the wrong one.
474 hours of training for the month of January. Both reports are within your packet.
Any questions on the training report? Okay, now we'll go to equipment.
Annual PM and service to include DOT inspections are ongoing. Engine 1212 is still out of service, anticipating possibly tomorrow, with that being back in service. There was a rear suspension issue found during the DOT inspection, so, which the DOT inspection is a great thing. However, it's gonna cost us some money, but everyone's gonna be safe and the equipment's gonna be repaired properly. New engine arrived last week. It'll actually be here tonight for, post-meeting if you guys would like to take a look at it. A lot of training and outfitting will occur for the next month.
Questions on that?
No, it sure looks good.
We don't have anything on Lexipol, right?
Can we back up to monthly?
He wants to get you out of here.
Alright.
I wanna see that new truck. Yeah, go ahead.
Operations report, you guys did not receive annual report this month. However, you got a cover sheet of incidents responded to in January, 227 incidents. With the new transition to the new federal reporting program that we switched to, NERIS, which you guys are familiar with from the policy change last month, with that, determined codes changed within the reporting criteria, so I gotta rebuild every single report we had built in the past. So I'm hopeful in the next month or so I can get that complete, and I'll just catch you guys up on the monthly reports that you were used to getting.
Chief, on this, activity report, again, you've got the lift assists, it's 58 for the month.
Yes.
What's being done about that?
Education, and just trying to encourage people to, if they're not injured, utilize family, friends. That hasn't gone too well for us for two specific incidences which are occurring, making this number occur more and more. Recently, council had approved EMS billing rate change, and within that, we are now charging for lift assist after 3 occurrences within 30 days.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we'll talk about Lexipol.
No updates at this time.
Okay, then I go to 18, other.
Chief Brittingham covered for doing a joint car seat inspection, so that's what I got for other as well.
Okay, good. And as the chief said, we're gonna meet in an executive session after we adjourn the public meeting, but, the new engine is outside for view, so we'll kind of adjourn for a few minutes and go peek at it.
I'm town council.
No, I haven't forgot you.
Okay,
I'm on other 18.
okay.
Now, town council.
I believe we're interested in, getting vehicles that have Illinois plates in the town that aren't paying taxes, and, Chief, you're working on that?
Yes. We took a soft approach with it, letting people know, given instructions with the water billing. Now I think we just start going in the field, and we've got a plan. We're putting it together.
Okay. Anything? You got anything?
No other reports? That's it? So we have a blanket other. Anybody have anything else to say? No? Okay, well then I'll go into a public comment. 1 time? 2 times? 3 times? I declare the meeting adjourned at 6:34.